Now, BMWs are known for being engineering masterpieces, being fantastic cars to buy, and most importantly, they're known for their performance.
And it's quick!
However, they're also known for their reputation to break down.
Whoa! I think he just blew his turbo.
However, this BMW behind me is, well, the latter. Now, right behind me is my 2007 BMW 328i that we bought for an incredible price. However, when we bought this car, it had some problems that really needed to be addressed. This car has some serious sentimental value to me since it was my very first car. Which is why I bought this car wanting to fix it. Now, before we start working on this thing, we need to go over every single thing that's wrong with it. And trust me, there's a lot. It needs a new valve cover gasket because it is leaking. It needs a new front control arm since the previous owner hit a curb. It needs a new start-stop button. Well, that one was actually my fault. It ain't supposed to do that. It needs new spark plugs, a brand new battery because this one is dead. Dude, like it literally has nothing. And much more that I'm sure we're gonna discover along the way. What the fuck is that? In this video, we're gonna find all of those issues. Come on, like just start. Fix all of the problems and overall rebuild my first ever BMW. Now, just before we get into the video, we all know how expensive car parts are getting these days. And these gas prices sure are not helping.
Hell no.
So just like every single one of my videos, I'm gonna be giving away $100 cash to one of you random viewers. And literally all you have to do is like the video, comment your dream car down below in the comment section, and of course, hype the video. That's all you have to do, and you could be walking away with $100 cash just for watching a YouTube video. Also, the winner of last week's giveaway is this person right here. Go ahead and DM me on Instagram with proof that this is your YouTube account, and I'll send you the money. Now, the first thing that we need to do is change the oil on this thing. Last owner said it was recently changed, but since the car's dead, dude, like it literally has nothing. This is crazy. BMW doesn't include dipsticks in their cars. We literally have no way to check this. So our only real option is to just completely drain this thing. Okay, boys, well, let's go ahead and get this thing drained. Now, after we got the drain plug off, we're gonna go ahead and put a new oil filter in, which is right at the top of the engine bay, super convenient. And then we're gonna add 6.9 quarts of 5W30. Now, our oil turned out to be super clean, which is super good news because I was really worried about finding some flakes in there. However, it is now time to go ahead and install the new valve cover gasket, which I'm super nervous for. I honestly have no clue how to do it, so I'm definitely gonna have to hit my shop manual. All right, boys, well, we are basically there. I think the last thing to do is just take the valve cover itself off, and then we can expose the gasket. Honestly, I think we've done pretty good time so far. I thought this would take a lot longer, but the hardest part is still to come. Now, to remove the valve cover gasket, there's about 16 different torque bolts located around the outside of the engine. Once you get those out, you kind of just have to wiggle it out of there, which is kind of easy, but there's not a whole lot of room, so it gets really tiring. All right, boys, well, we finally got the valve cover off. Now we just got to put the new gasket on and then throw it back on the car. Now, putting it back on is the exact same process in reverse, except this time you really just have to watch out that the gasket doesn't fall off. Now, while I was in there, I ended up installing the new spark plugs, and I completely forgot to record it. Oh yeah, I apologize for that. I would have had no clue how to install this valve cover gasket if it weren't for my online shop manual. If you work on your cars all the time, just like I do, maybe you just took delivery of your new car and you don't know how to work on it yet, there is nothing more handy than a shop manual. An e-manual provides online manuals for pretty much any car on the market. They are the exact same manuals that they use inside of dealerships to work on cars. Not to mention, they're incredibly reasonably priced. You get access to it literally right away, so there's no hold up in your project. So if you've got maintenance to do on your car and you're not really sure how to do it, check out their website and use my discount code. Like I said, it literally features almost every single car. Make sure to go get your manual today. It's a huge help. And with that being said, let's just get straight into the next thing. Is install this new cabin air filter because this one is super crusty. Now, a lot of people neglect to change these, let alone even check them, but it honestly makes a huge difference. Now, the next thing that we need to go ahead and do is remove the dash trim pieces because they were wrapped in carbon fiber and this just looks horrible. Now, removing the trim pieces is super easy. There's just a few clips and a few wires, and then after that, it's as simple as just removing the pieces. Wrapping them, on the other hand, is not quite as simple. In fact, it's actually pretty frustrating, especially when you don't do it too often. But I think we actually made these turn out pretty decent. And it's finally time to reinstall the trim back in the car. And check that out. That actually fits the car super well. Well, after further analysis, I suck at wrapping and it actually turned out like shit. So we're just going to be rocking the oak trim for a bit here. And honestly, I don't completely hate it. Like, we're kind of lucky the interior is brown because it somewhat goes together. I'm coping really hard, by the way. Wood trim is the worst looking thing ever. But it is what it is. Now, I ended up leaving the start button out because our new one just showed up. So let's go ahead and put that in. Yesterday, we finished off by getting the trim reinstalled. And as you can see, I left out the old start stop button. And well, my new one just came in the mail. As you can see, the start stop button itself is kind of torched. But I plan on switching that out anyway because I kind of want to go with a yellow theme on this car. So let's just go ahead and get straight into installing this. And this is actually super easy to reinstall. You just plug the wire back in and then you just push it right into place. And just like that, our new start stop button is in and we are getting so much closer to trying to get this car started. Now, we're still waiting for our new battery to show up. I think in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and give this thing a real good detail. The interior and the exterior of this car are looking so freaking crusty, dude. Now, we're going to go ahead and start with the interior, and the first thing we're going to do is remove all of the floor mats. Next, we're going to go around the car, vacuuming out every single part of the carpet. After that, we're going to go ahead and hit all of the plastics with our degreaser, and then we're going to go ahead and steam every single plastic in the car. Next, we're going to go ahead and use the extractor vacuum, which is my favorite part. It's so satisfying. Next, we sprayed the seats down with a leather cleaner and then steam cleaned every seat in the car, making sure to wipe them down after. And then we're on to my absolute favorite part, which is shining up all of the plastics in the car. This really brings out the car's look. And we can't forget to vacuum the carpets and then go ahead and hit them with the extractor vacuum because this really make or breaks the look of the car. And just check out how freaking good this interior looks, dude. I'm so happy with how this turned out. And now we're on to my absolute favorite part, which is the exterior. Starting with the wheels, we're going to hit them with the pressure washer, spray them down with our heavy-duty wheel and tire cleaner, hit them with a lighter wheel and tire cleaner as well, scrub them down with our wheel cleaning mitt to get all of the excess dirt off, rinse them off, and then do the exact same process for the other four wheels. Then we're going to pre-soak the entire car with our pressure washer to get any loose dirt off. And then it's on to everyone's favorite part and the most satisfying, which is snow foaming the entire car. Scrub the car with our wash mitt to get all the dirt and grime off of it. Rinse all the soap off with our pressure wash. Dry it off with our towel. And then we are finally done the detail. Well, boys, we got her all clean. And man, this thing looks so freaking good. It's actually crazy. Now, all that's left to do is just wait for the new battery and hope we can get this thing started after all this work we put in. All right, boys, well, it's a couple days later. We got the battery in, and now it is finally the time we've been waiting for to see if we can get this thing started. Am I hopeful? Not really. I don't really have a reason to not be hopeful, but this stuff usually doesn't work out for me, boys. Without further ado, I think we just give her a go. In 3, 2, 1... Dude, it's not even cranking, bro. Dude, come on. Like, just start, bro. Dude, like, it literally has nothing. This is crazy. What the fuck is that? Now, first of all, the MAF is just completely disconnected, so that's good. But I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show it on the camera, but there's a mouse nest in there, bro. That's really not good. Yeah, I really don't know what to do, boys. I really hope that it hasn't, like, chewed through a bunch of stuff, because that would be dreadful. Yeah, I'm, gonna go ahead and try and dig through this off camera and see if I can find anything. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Well, boys, I did some more digging around and I didn't actually find anything that the mouse had eaten. So honestly, I really have no clue what this could be. If you're familiar with these cars, please drop a comment if you have any idea what I should check for. I'm going to try and test the starter, see if that's it. Because I mean, it's not even cranking. So there is a good chance it could be the starter. But yeah, we're going to have to discover that in part 2, where we're also going to fix that control arm. We're going to get a new front bumper because this one is not even painted. And yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching the video. Sorry it didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but it is what it is sometimes. But yeah, appreciate everyone who watched. If you made it to the end, comment W down below in the comment section. And with that being said, I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.